Today, I'm super excited because I'll be sharing my top 5 all-time favorite ground beef dishes that are not only delicious, but also insanely easy to prep. You guys are always asking for more quick and budget-friendly ground beef recipes, so if you want to add any of these meals to your meal plan rotation, I promise it'll keep things cheap, interesting, and as always, absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get cooking. When it comes to types of ground beef, you can either go for grass-fed grass-finished or grass-fed grain-finished, as well as different ratios of fat to protein. This one from Costco by the Kirkland brand is excellent if you're okay with grass-fed grain-finished. And if you want grass-finished, then this one from Thousand Hills is very high quality. Our first ground beef recipe is the simplest of all, and it's just cooked ground beef plain as is. This is also the easiest way to cook ground beef in an air fryer. Pop it in, leave it alone, and you have delicious air fried ground beef ready to go anytime. So here I'm just spreading it apart in the tray of my tasty air fryer, and I am air frying at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for a total of just 6 minutes. And of course, if you don't have an air fryer, you can simply just saute it stovetop. After the 6 minutes are up, just serve it as is. Enjoy it the next day as cold ground beef, which is so delicious if you've never tried it, or use it as the base to the rest of the recipes in this video. Our second ground beef recipe will be air fried tacos, and this is a complete meal that you just pop in the air fryer. You don't have to do anything else, especially when you pre-make a bunch of carnivore tortillas. If you'd like to try my carnivore tortilla recipe, I'll make sure to link it down below in the description box. It is dairy-free and delicious. All we have to do is just fill our carnivore tortillas with some ground beef or any meat that you would like, and then put some shredded cheese that you would like. I'm using mozzarella here. Put whatever sauce you'd like. I'm just using some sugar-free hot sauce, and we're going to fold it up nice and tight, place it on our air fryer rack. I was able to fit 2 whole tacos in this air fryer rack, and we're going to cook at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for a total of just 5 minutes. This is the quickest, easiest, most creative meal that you can make, especially if you're tired of your go-to ground beef meals. Here's what the outcome looks like. This really reminds me of those Hot Pockets that I used to eat as a kid, except this is 100% carnivore friendly and so healthy for you. So you can of course put any toppings that you desire, fresh sour cream, more hot sauce, more cheese, whatever it is that you want, and enjoy it just like this. Our third carnivore recipe will be a fluffy frittata that only requires one step. Throw in all of the ingredients that you need in the air fryer, let it do its thing, take it out, and enjoy just like this. Before I put all of our ingredients into the air fryer tray, I personally just lined it with some parchment paper for the easiest cleanup and also for a very easy transportation, taking the frittata out of the air fryer tray. I'm going to be using 5 whole eggs and 1 whole cup of cottage cheese. This meal is seriously so forgiving that you can eyeball the amounts and really put in whatever you desire, mix it up like how I'm doing it, and it doesn't even have to be perfectly mixed up because it'll just give it a chunkier, more delicious texture to the frittata. And as you can see, I added some fresh shredded mozzarella cheese and the cooked ground beef that we made earlier. And we're just going to air fry at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for a total of 16 minutes. Here's our final outcome. As you can see, it is fluffy, perfectly cooked, and easy to take out of the air fryer tray because I did line it with that sheet of parchment paper. Slice it up into triangles or squares and serve it with your favorite condiments. These are also great to batch cook in large quantities as they taste delicious the next day and throughout the week as well. So as you can see, this is the tasty air fryer. I can even lift it up easily. It is so compact, very nice and light. It can sizzle up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you need that perfect crispy sear on your meats, this can do it easily. I also love that the air fryer is see-through. So when you do turn it on, you can literally watch your meat cook and you don't have to open the container just to check on your meat. I'm going to show you soon how to cook a perfect steak with your air fryer because it does come with an awesome meat thermometer so that it can cook your steak to the perfect medium rare or rare with that crispy sear. This air fryer is also FDA certified PFOA and PFOS free. If you guys are interested in investing in this air fryer from Tasty, I'll make sure to link them down below in the description box. You all can get $30 off your order with the discount code SBGAL at checkout. So here's a quick tutorial on how we cook that perfect steak in this air fryer. Since it does come with this handy meat thermometer which you plug into the air fryer and into your meat, it can monitor the temperature of your meat while it is cooking inside the air fryer. All you have to do is just stick it in your meat, select the steak option, choose what type of steak it is, and then choose the doneness that you would like. From there, the air fryer will take over and make sure everything is cooked perfectly. Halfway into the cook, it will alert you to flip the steak over. So you just do that, put it back in, and it finishes the cook. After 12 minutes of cooking, you have yourself a perfect, crispy, yet beautiful, juicy steak. We selected the rare setting, so that's why you can see that the inside is so pink and juicy. Air fryers are also great if you hate the fumes, the smoke, and the meat odor that spreads all across your kitchen and maybe your whole apartment, because it is so compact and it does contain the fumes very well. Our fourth ground beef recipe, and this might just be my favorite ground beef recipe, is our carnivore meatloaf. This meatloaf successfully delivers that juicy barbecue flavor that we all love and know with meatloaf recipes. It also glistens with the most perfect glaze, and I'll show you how to make it. We're going to need some raw ground beef. This is 1 pound of the ground beef. We're going to crack in 1 single chicken egg. We're going to pour in half a cup of milk, and you can also use heavy cream if you don't have milk on hand. 1 full cup of pork panko or any type of carnivore breadcrumb that you like. I'll link my all-time cleanest and favorite ones down below in the description box. A little bit of hot sauce, you can just eyeball it, and about a full tablespoon of sugar-free barbecue sauce. Everything that I've used in this video in the description box. Now we're just going to mix it all up, and I actually wouldn't mix it up perfectly or very well because we want that chunky texture in the meatloaf. After you've mixed it up, just use your hands and shape it to the meatloaf shape that you would like. This whole pound made 1 single meatloaf for me, and again I just lined my air fryer tray with some parchment paper, put the meatloaf in the center, and air fried it at 330 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. If you don't have an air fryer, you can just bake it at the same temperature for 20 minutes as well. After 20 minutes are up, we're going to take it out, but not completely, because we're going to brush the glaze over the top with the same sugar-free barbecue sauce. Once you've covered the top of your meatloaf with your favorite sauce, then you're going to put it back and we're just going to cook at the same temperature for 3 more minutes. This will give it that delicious glaze on the top, and this is what it looks like as the final outcome. Carefully transfer the meatloaf onto a plate, take it off the parchment paper, slice it into slices or however you'd like, and enjoy this delicious, juicy meatloaf. Our fifth ground beef recipe will be some carnivore nachos, and this is going to be the same technique as the frittata. We're just going to throw in all of our ingredients into the air fryer, let it cook, do its thing, take it out, and eat. For our ingredients, I will be using these chicken breast Carnivore Crisps to act as our tortilla chips. This really is the most similar to a tortilla / potato chip that I have found that is 100% carnivore. It is just dehydrated chicken breast and some salt. So we're going to lay the foundation by putting a layer of the chicken breast chips, and then we're going to start layering with all of the ingredients that we would like. You can use cheese, more ground beef, any fillings and toppings you would like. Once you're done stacking the nacho layers, we're going to put it in the air fryer, and we're going to air fry at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for just 5 minutes total. If you're using the oven, you can just do the same thing, and if it doesn't get crispy like this, you can just bake for a little bit longer until it becomes nice and crispy. Here's what the final outcome looks like. Serve it at parties, with friends, and enjoy it with some sour cream on top, your favorite hot sauce, whatever you'd like. And last but not least, our final ground beef recipe is just ground beef egg yolk cups. These are so delicious and only needs 2 ingredients. They're also very kid friendly. All you have to do is shape the raw ground beef into cup shape molds. Make it big so that it can really fit a whole raw egg yolk. Once they're nice and shaped, we're going to put it in our air fryer, 380 degrees Fahrenheit for about 5 to 6 minutes so that it first hardens up. After 5 to 6 minutes, we're going to carefully pour in our raw egg yolk into the cup. And then we're going to continue to cook for about 3 more minutes. You can of course keep an eye on how done you would like it. If you like it more jammy and gooey, then I would keep it maximum 3 minutes of cook time.
Hello, sir. Please sit. I feel like we're familiar now that I've eaten at your restaurant quite a few times now, so please take a seat.
I've also noticed you live in my restaurant.
I would like to order a 5-course dinner, please.
What do you think this place is?
Yeah, it's no longer Bella's Cafe, it's Bella's Cafe.
What's the difference? I thought it was a patisserie.
It's the Bella Cafe and the Patisserie. I'm really feeling ground beef tonight, so how about let's make it all ground beef, okay?
Very, very good.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, at Bella's Cafe, Bella is both the waiter and the cook, which about tells you how well this restaurant's going. I feel like it's unprofessional for you to be a waiter.
I'm going to give you our famous nachos. Okay, nacho supreme, barbecue meatloaf, fluffy quiche, loaded tacos.
Loaded with what? 50,000 pounds of butter?
And finally, our ground beef cup of eggs.
That doesn't sound very good. Ground beef cup of egg?
Ground beef, I was gonna say cup of noodle, but it's cup of egg.
Cup of egg? Okay.
Yes.
Like you just named 5 different, is this gonna take hours or?
Well, lucky for you, it's already made.
Oh, it's pre-made, not like a real patisserie where everything's fresh.
What do you call those Japanese restaurants where they already set the menu for you?
I don't know. We don't go to restaurants like that. How would I know? I have no idea.
Anyways, coming right up.
Okay.
A few minutes later.
We've got our loaded tacos.
Oh, wow.
We've got our fluffy quiche.
Ooh. I feel like you ate a lot of this.
We've got our nacho supreme.
Oh my god, that looks amazing.
We've got our ground beef cup of egg.
Oh.
And last but not least, our famous barbecue
Wow.
juicy Lucy
That smells amazing.
meatloaf. I put sugar-free barbecue sauce. I put some hot sauce in there as well.
Ooh.
Milk. Can I eat with you or?
Yeah, absolutely. You're more than welcome to eat with me. You will have to go on a date with me after this.
Absolutement.
Absolutement? Okay.
Absolutement. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's not as dry as I was expecting this to be. Because the outside looks really crusty. You know what I mean?
See, that's the beauty of this recipe. Really scrumptious too.
Oh my god.
You like it?
I love that one.
Bon appetit.
How'd you make this?
So I use Carnivore Crisps, chicken breast chips.
Okay.
Sit. Good. Both paws. Up. Oh, that's a good boy. Okay.
This is the one I've been looking forward to.
Yes. So here we've got some. It's like more of like a quesadilla taco. It's like cook the whole thing. Sour cream. It's more like crispy rather than the soft tortilla, this one. Our final and last dish is the ground beef cup of egg. This is as clean as it gets, so it's just egg and ground beef. That's literally all I put in this dish.
The quiche and the nacho supremes and the tacos
Yeah?
are great dishes to have on occasion.
Yeah.
But I honestly see myself enjoying the meatloaf
Yay!
and the whatever you want to call that, Dutch egg, cup of egg,
Yeah, cup of egg.
as like kind of daily meals.
Yeah, for sure. Oh.
That is seriously good.
While we're here at Bella's Cafe, I did want to give a quick update. So basically, for the first time in my entire 5.5 years of going carnivore, I am now...
After many years
Yeah.
of me pushing you
Yeah.
and you saying no, you exercise every day. Not only that, but you exercise more than I do.
Because I'm doing it every day. Now, the intensity and the effort that I'm putting in is not near yours.
Because I see those like stories you make
Yeah.
of you doing the like lunges and squats and
Yep.
hip thrusts and
Yeah.
stuff. The video makes it look like,
Oh, it's easy because I speed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it really is not easy.
but actually you struggle a lot. And dare I say, you really enjoy to exercise now.
I do. And this is something that I feel like is miraculous. Ever since going carnivore, I've released the pressure of like, I gotta go to the gym, I gotta do workouts, I gotta move my body so that I can look good. I just stopped caring about that and instead...
I mean, you looked you looked great.
Thank you.
Before and now, I think probably a bigger difference is how you feel. You sleep better. You knock out in seconds.
How is my attitude and my mood throughout the day now?
I mean, typically it's quite good.
Yeah.
So the baseline is very high. But I would just say you have more pep in your step.
It's 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and I'm still like...
True. That's totally, you know. And also, I noticed that you started taking over some of the more physical tasks. When we go grocery shopping, you actually
That is such a good
help
point.
carry the bags now.
Well, now you make me sound like I don't do anything physical. I came from a place where picking up something like this, my whole arm would be trembling. I was that weak.
Totally.
5 years of carnivore, I shifted my focus to just eat my way to health, eat my way to no bloat, eat my way to fat loss. So now that I'm 5.5 years in, I feel like pretty much everything I want to heal is fully healed, if not more. I'm just like optimized. I now feel empowered and inspired to work on myself more than just eating well.
We were just hanging out with Todd in Montana for 4th of July.
Oh, love Todd.
And he was talking about how exercise for him is a privilege because he's actually able to get around and move. And he was always saying that, you know, he never needs anybody to push him to go to the gym because now he realizes what a kind of a blessing it is to be able to move around.
Absolutely.
If you can move, you gotta.
You said if you can move, you gotta. I honestly feel like you should move only if you want to. That to me hits different because even though I could have moved the first 5.5 years of my carnivore journey, I didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel empowered or inspired to because I was so focused on just eating well. Letting go of all of the demons, all of the bad habits that I was struggling with my disordered eating and all of the, vegan issues. The fact that I just let it naturally run its course and I let myself naturally become inclined to work out, I feel very proud of myself for finally getting to this point.
I remember Dr. Baker saying, well, a lot of people think that because he's on this kind of ethereal level of athleticism, this unattainable level of athleticism, that he has a certain mindset towards exercise, and what constitutes exercise. But I remember one of the things he told me is that any movement at all is good.
I love that.
If you can just walk a little bit, or what he's a big fan of now is just kind of doing some more jumping. If you could just bounce on the heels of their feet for 10 seconds, that's doing you more good than you think.
You can tell where his passion lies. Clearly, it's more in the fitness world. I'm 100% in just eat meat, fix the diet.
You know what's crazy though is you're way healthier than I am.
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Now you see what I gotta deal with.
But it's obvious. He's so into fitness and it excites me. So what are my goals?
Be bootylicious, baby.
You got it.
You're already bootylicious though.
Well, I just want to see how far I can grow it, how much I
You're about to be Djibouti-licious.
What's Djibouti? And the second thing is I just want to get stronger and feel amazing because I see all these buff and ripped, strong carnivores, females as well.
Yeah.
They inspire me so much now. If you're experienced in the fitness world, let me know what you suggest me to do to get more bootylicious. Oh, I do want to emphasize though, my results up until 9 days ago, because I started 9 days ago, is 100,000% because of the carnivore diet. That's it. And that is for sure the only thing that I was consistent with.
When I go on the internet and I look at your page, I always see a lot of people being basically calling you a liar for saying things all the things you talk about are 100% true.
Yeah.
I think one of the most famous ones that I saw you talk about, that a lot of people are saying that you're a liar and stuff, is when you said you never get sick. Oh. Because you always share that whenever I get sick, and I get sick pretty often, unfortunately. The incredible thing is I've in 5 years of being together, I've never seen you bedridden. Not even once.
Yep.
Not even for a single day.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
Well, it's okay. If they can believe whatever they want to believe. Tag me if you try any of my recipes on social media at the handle Steak and Butter Gal. Finally, before I wrap up, I did want to share that my next 30-day carnivore challenge is about to kick off. If you're interested in some support, coaching, inspiration, and accountability to stay on track or get to your fitness and fat loss goals, the Steak and Butter Gang challenges are really a great place to be to get all of it. Every single month, we teach our fat loss program taught by Coach Raymond and Coach Emily. They themselves have lost over 200 pounds combined and completely transformed their bodies. We have helped carnivores of all ages, all across the world. Every single type of carnivore there is, we have seen them in our community. And I also invite on the best carnivore guest speakers to help answer all the member questions. This coming month, we'll be having Dr. Anthony Chafee, Dr. Robert Kiltz, Dr. Tony Hampton, and Coach Rebecca Heischman visiting the community to answer everyone's questions. Feel free to join the next challenge at the URL shown on the screen, sbgmeetup.com, or check out the link down below in the description box for a clickable link. Thank you again for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. SVG out.